tray, which is actually located on the top as opposed to toward the side like we see with the standard Galaxy S6. Alright, so let's go ahead and start up our phone. Just going to tap and hold the power button along the right hand side. Now, taking a really close look at the design of the Galaxy S6, very similar to the very premium design of the standard GS6, we have this all glass and metal construction. In this case, we have more glass than the standard GS6 because we have that wrapped edge. So the frame is a little thinner, there's a little less metal, a little more glass. So once again, Corning Gorilla Glass 4 kind of has this pearlescent finish, which looks really nice here, picks up the light. Now, the glass is kind of curved at the edges, so when it meets the metal frame, it's nice and smooth. The metal frame itself actually has this polished chamfered edge, which again looks a little like jewelry, kind of a higher end look to the Galaxy phone. Now, the curve to the display is actually pretty subtle here. So the bezels look really thin along the edges, but there's actually plenty of room to grip the phone without unintentionally operating the display. And it actually feels pretty comfortable here, although the edges are thinner and feel a little sharper than the more rounded and fuller feeling of the Galaxy S6. But it does feel really nice in the hand to swipe across this curved edge of the display. So on the front, we have that 5.1-inch display, and only a small sliver of the sides actually curve around the edges. Of course, we have our fingerprint sensor built into the home button, just like the standard GS6, so the button itself is a little raised and more tactile than the previous generation Galaxy phones. Of course, on either side of that, we'll find our backlit capacitive controls, which work the same. Now, on the top of the display, we'll find a flush earpiece, which is flanked by our ambient light sensor, proximity sensor, and an LED notification light. And then we have our 5-megapixel front-facing camera with a very large f1.9 aperture, which lets a lot of light in. This is a really nice camera that actually records in QHD resolution, which is a step above 1080p. So on the right side, even though we have that really thin edge, we do have our sleep-wake power button along the side, which is in a thumb-reachable location. On the left side, we'll find our volume controls mounted high toward the top. Again, very thin, but very tactile and in a very comfortable position. Now on the top, like the standard GS6 and other Samsung phones, we'll find an IR LED blaster mounted toward the center. We'll also find a microphone and our nano SIM tray. Now on the bottom of the phone, just like on the top, we'll find our antenna insulators breaking up the metal frame. We also have our headphone jack, our USB 2.0 port, a microphone, and the side-facing speaker. Now on the back, we have that nice smooth glass back panel, which also houses our wireless charging. Once again, like the standard GS6, we have both wireless Qi and power mat supported in this wireless charger, so it's a true universal charging system. We also have our protruding 16-megapixel camera with optical image stabilization and 4K